Hey guys, VFantasy91, and I'm sure by now most of you who are at least into movies like this have watched Tarzan. If you haven't, warning, spoiler alert. Now I'm not doing a review. I think there probably are enough reviews out there. I'd like to point out two things that I really think should have been done in the movie that really weren't. I know the movie may have had other flaws, but these are the ones that really stuck out to me, and I'm like, I really wish that Disney had dealt with them differently. Of course, everyone has their own opinion, and please leave in the comment whether you disagree with me or agree with me. All right, number 2. They never really dealt with his father's death. See, his mother died of sickness, that's fine, but his father was killed by the very apes who raised him. So really, when you think about it, this guy is living with apes who killed his parents. Now, I know he probably wouldn't have realized that initially, but eventually he probably would have figured out what happened to his parents, and then he would have I think they should have at least dealt with it, like with dialogue or something else, because I felt like that was just unfinished. Like during the whole movie, it just kind of felt unfinished. Like, your dad killed these apes and you're not dealing with that. Like, it just, even if he had already dealt with it in the past and like Samuel Jackson maybe just brought it up and then he answered back saying, oh yeah, well, he was killed by the apes who raised me, and then Samuel Jackson maybe says something like, oh, well, how did that feel? And then he like maybe just explains his feelings, and that would have been enough. I felt like it would have been closed. I felt like his whole dad's death was never closed. Not like the Disney animated version was, because I mean, like, he kills the leopard who kills his parents. So yeah, that kind of closes it in a sense. Even so, in the cartoon version, the apes weren't the bad guys, because the apes weren't the ones who killed his father. It was the leopard. So it kind of made it different, because when you're watching the movie, you're kind of realizing that these apes killed his father. So it's the fact that they never really closed it kind of bothered me with the movie. Anyway, number 1 thing that was messed up about the movie, in my opinion, was the fact that Tarzan at the end kills the bad guy, right? Now, they have it so that Tarzan has a chance to save him, and he said, let's go the wire, right? Now, I know that maybe people say, oh, he deserved it, blah, 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 stuff like that, right? But here's the problem with it. Tarzan kills the guy's son and practically begs for his forgiveness, right? You can't really justify begging for your forgiveness after... He basically admitted there was no honor involved in it. He tried to excuse it, saying, your son killed my ape mother, but still, the guy was a kid, he was hunting. Like, and then Tarzan hunted him down and killed him. It wasn't like even a fight. Tarzan just killed this guy. So, and Tarzan admitted he had no honor with it. So he basically admits, yes, I murdered your son, basically in cold blood, forgive me. And then he goes and kills this guy. And the way the movie has it, we're supposed to think, oh, this guy deserved it. But to me, it's like, Tarzan, you just beg for forgiveness basically from the guy whose son you admit to cold blood or murdering, basically, right? And then you don't save this guy who killed your friend? I'm like, kind of a big double standard there, and kind of a really play on morals with Disney's part, because it's like, Tarzan, he's treated as the good guy, and then you find out that he killed this son in cold blood, but you kind of try to justify it because the son killed his ape mother. And even he doesn't successfully justify it in the movie, though. He said it himself, he didn't have any honor. He hunted down a boy and killed him. So to me, that was one of the biggest parts of the movie that I really didn't like, and it really sucks, because I see this happening more and more often, and I kind of miss when heroes were heroes, when heroes were above the villains, when heroes weren't on the same level as the villains, like, you hit me, I hit you back. I kind of miss when the only difference between the hero and the villain wasn't which side they were on. Because I know this is movies now, and this is the way that these heroes movies are kind of going, and I don't really like it, because remember our comic book heroes and our cartoon heroes growing up? They would save the villain, they would be the better person, they would be the bigger man. Now it's like, no, be just as bad as the villain. The only difference is what side you're on, basically. So those are my main 2 problems with the movies. You guys, please leave comments on whether you guys noticed these or whether you guys have other problem with the movie. Overall, to me, it was a good movie. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and share, and may God bless you all.